Hello you guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my April reset. Happy spring, happy Sunday, happy almost April, happy New York City travel weekend to us. We're in New York City when you guys are watching this. Maybe I will, who knows, stay tuned. Future Carter will maybe report back, who knows. I think March was a really good month. If you guys are subscribers, y'all know my mental health, she was non-existent. She was actually like in the trash, stomped on, and the dumpster was lit on fire. Like, she was not good. This month, we're getting there slowly but surely, and I'm super excited to reflect back on March. I think this was the one month, I feel like this is the first month so far that I have been like really excited to reflect back on my goals, because I feel like I kind of got some momentum again. And if you guys are new here, we film these monthly resets every month to, you know, hold us accountable on our yearly goals, our monthly goals. Maybe you set quarterly goals instead. Just reflect on those goals, journal, reflect on the month, set new goals, get excited, talk about our favorites, get down and dirty with the budget. Why did I just say down and dirty with the budget? I don't know, but let's jump into it. Okay, we're going to go through our March goals, reflect on March, talk about our April goals, go to the office, talk about the budget, come back, wrap it up with the faves. Let's jump into it. March goals, let's do it. I'm reading them off my phone because my computer's dead. Loving the Notion, because when I accomplish a goal, if I'm on the go, I can just check it off right then and there, and then the serotonin boost I get, unmatched, honestly. Okay, personal. I hit all my goals and I'm so happy. If y'all know, like, the last few months have been so rough for me. I feel so happy that I'm like getting back into the swing of things. Finish the bedroom makeover. Done, as you can see. Plan New York City trip. Yes, it's been planned because we literally leave in 2 days. Be a better friend. Maybe my friends can comment down below and tell me if I've been a good friend, because I think I've been a lot better of a friend this month. Someone comment, Brianna, Sarah, comment down below. Hopefully I've been a better friend this month, but I've been carving aside like 20 to 30 minutes every evening to answer my texts, because I've been trying to not talk to people during the workday, which sounds like really dramatic, but I just get distracted. So I've been texting my friends back, and I'm really proud of myself for that. I did have a date day with my mom. We went thrifting, it was so fun, and then I did have a solo date day. And I checked this one off preemptively, but we will be having multiple date nights outside of the house when we're in New York City, so I'm counting that, right? I think that's fair. I'm honestly pretty happy with this because I did 2 of the 4 classes. Trying intermediate to advanced hot yoga class, I didn't get to. I did a Pilates class. I didn't do anti-gravity yoga because it's at noon on Mondays, which you would think is good because it's my day off, but I'm usually just like deep in the life admin, like computer work or filming videos, and I'm like on the go. This month, April, I will get to it. Bar class, check. Keep up with Trent Noah, check. Keep up with 1 coffee a day, check. I've occasionally had 2 as a treat, but I mainly stick to the 1 a day, and then I have a decaf for my second, or I start with decaf and then I have a caffeinated coffee. Create a list of coping techniques for my depression and anxiety, check. That's why we bought a Switch. I'm not kidding, just kidding, but not kidding. It is very good for my mental health. Business. Signed 2 to 3 sponsors for April, check. I signed 1 Instagram, 1 YouTube. The thing with YouTube and being a content creator is you have to have like no expectations. You can set goals, but like understand that sometimes the goal's not going to happen, not because you're not working hard, but because sometimes there's not a ton of opportunity out there, you know? So I'm very happy about that. I didn't do 2 Instagram reels a week, but I did do at least 1, and I feel really happy about that. But I did do 2 times a week Instagram and feed posts, although I'm pretty sure when I added it up, it counted to that. So yeah. Wrap up Q1 bookkeeping, I did that the other day. And make a list of dream brands to work with for Q2 and Q3, I did that. I had a little Notion template, I had a little brainstorm session with some music on. It was honestly a vibe. It's not too bad. Finance, 500 in TFSA, yes. 500 RSP, yes. I didn't spend $250 on groceries. This is my kryptonite, you guys. I freaking love grocery shopping. I love it. Paint spray bedroom, yes. Start brainstorming office makeover, yes. I did not get to my IKEA run, but I really want to, so I will do that in April for you guys and film it. And then create a better closet and clothing system. I did do that because we got the dresser and you guys saw me organize that. Honestly, I am so happy. And if you're watching this and you're like, wow, this girl's got her shit together, go watch the last few months, because I have not had my shit together. And this month, I feel like we're slowly getting there, and I'm so happy. Before we jump into the April goals, let's talk about our March reflection. I feel like that's a good segue. I have not reflected or journaled on the month since probably the beginning of the year, so I feel like it's time. Let's do it. Big month for me. What did you accomplish? Okay, if you guys have been following my finance journey for the last few years, you would know I was so bad with my money. Here, I'll give you a synopsis. I was so bad with my money. I graduated, I was a COVID grad, so I graduated in 2020. I had $10,000 in student loan debt and $10,000 in consumer debt, which I live in Canada. Yeah, my dad paid for my tuition. My parents are divorced. That's a whole, you know, situation on its own. I'm obviously very grateful that he paid for my school, but I took a 5th year for mental health reasons, and so I paid for that year myself, which is why I had $10,000 of debt in Canada. I was really bad with my money. I had no savings, even though I'd work full-time all throughout school at the hospital, so I was getting paid very well for my age, and I had no money saved because I was reckless with my money. And during COVID, I worked 2 full-time jobs and was able to like pay off all of that debt. Then we bought a house, and I finally last year learned about investing and saving, and I just hit 5 figures in my Wealthsimple account, which is my RSP and my TFSA. Matt and I purchased this home together, so we both used the first-time homebuyers incentive, and we took money out of our RSP to pay for the home, which is why like I kind of had to replenish it. But I'm so proud. Like, it's, I know people have more money in their investments and people have like 6 figures in there, but it's a really, really big goal for me. And considering I only started saving and investing seriously in the last like year or 2, it seems like a really big accomplishment. I'm giving myself a pat on the back for that. And then I just hit 84K on YouTube, which a lot of creators can probably relate to this, but December and January are usually really, really big months of growth, especially for me with like all the reset content I did. And then February and March kind of tapered down. And so they've been slower months in terms of growth, but I'm really excited about this milestone. And honestly, 1 new friend a month would make me happy because I just love this community so much. What challenged you? As per usual, my acne journey, but it's definitely getting better slowly but surely. I just feel like every day I wake up thinking it's like magically gonna disappear, and that's just not how it works. But when I compare photos, it's gotten so much better, like so much better. Like, this is a picture from March 11th, and then this is a picture from today. And I woke up today being like, oh my gosh, it hasn't even gotten better at all, and it's gotten so much better. So I'm just trusting the process right now. What are 3 things you're grateful for? Sunshine and snow melting, communication with my partner. I feel like Matt and I, you know, we bicker, we argue, that's life. You know, I honestly think it's healthier to argue and bicker than to be a couple that never fights, but we're very good about communicating about our feelings, and so I'm really grateful for that. And then weekend getaways. As you rest this month, a lot of cozy time, a lot of reading, a lot of not feeling guilty for just relaxing, sleeping in, and obviously playing on the Switch. I also did like a big spring cleaning through my creators that I follow on like Instagram and YouTube and TikTok. And I'm really glad I did that because I realized I watched a lot of people that made me feel like shit about myself. And I hope no one watches my videos and ever feels that way, but just these people that kind of subscribe to this like toxic productivity, hustle culture, or honestly just the people that like copy me like in every aspect, right? There's a difference between taking inspiration and copying. I think a lot of us draw inspiration from each other with ideas and stuff, but there's people out there like you click on their channel and it's like word for word copy paste my titles like over and over and over again. And for the longest time I have to protect my peace, and so I unsubscribe to people that when I watch their videos, I want to only be subscribed to people that when I watch their videos, I feel happiness and content and calm, and I'm not comparing myself. And so I did a big spring clean, and I'll talk about some of my favorite creators later, but I feel really good about my subscription box, if that makes sense, because I watch a lot of YouTube. I consume a lot of content. What did you learn this month? Natural light makes a huge difference in your workspace. I just moved back into the smaller spare bedroom, and oh my goodness, I forgot how much I love that space now that it's like painted and it's brighter and white. It's crazy how 2 bedrooms can be beside each other but have totally different lighting. We have a tree in front of my old office room, and I just never got any light in there, and I never worked in there. I would always work in the dining room, and now I love being back in an office space, and natural lighting just makes the world of a difference. And the next is that fantasy books aren't one size fits all. I feel like I struggled for so long because I read a lot of fantasy growing up, but as an adult, I haven't really found the like subgenre of fantasy that I like. Like, I liked ACOTAR, I didn't love it, and I actually started reading a new fantasy series. I started reading Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, and I'm just like so obsessed with it. And it's just a good reminder that there's so many different types of fantasy out there, and you don't have to like what everyone else likes just because everyone else likes it, you know? Now that we've reflected on March, we're saying goodbye to her. Let's talk about our April goals. Okay, first one in personal is finish the Once Upon a Broken Heart books. There's only 2. I have both of them, and I'm so excited. But I also kind of want to wait because the 3rd one doesn't come out until September, and I know that this one ends on a cliffhanger, but I'm so excited. Keep up with TikTok daily limit of 30 minutes or less. So if you guys watched my weekly vlog, I talked about how I deleted TikTok, and I had it deleted for a few days, and I didn't download it again because I was going through withdrawals, but I do notice that like my friends and I send each other TikToks and I enjoy it. I think to me that's like my love language, is when someone sends me something that makes them think of me. And so Matt and I were talking about it, and Matt was like, I'm gonna put a daily limit on my TikTok, and I said I'm gonna do the same thing. I wonder if I can re-download it, and like because I didn't have it for like 4 or 5 days, if I would scroll less. So I downloaded it again and I put it on the last page, and I realized that I just like don't really reach for it anymore, and I feel okay having the app downloaded still. And I've really, if I want to scroll, I just scroll my following page, because I do really love TikTok as a search engine for like tips. You know, when we were planning our New York City trip, I was looking up coffee shops and thrift stores, and I do love TikTok for that purpose. But I find that I like rarely ever reach the 30-minute limit, which is great because there was times where I was scrolling for like hours and upon hours. So I'm feeling like my relationship with TikTok is a little bit healthier now. I want to try one new coffee shop. I want to have another date night outside of the house. We have no excuses because we have gift cards, which means free dinner. So we're just going to leave the house and go. And then I want to do more lunch meal prep, because I find when we have stuff for lunch prepped, like chickpea salads or chicken salad or just anything, I'm more likely to eat a good like hearty healthy meal. I find because I'm just so busy that if I don't have a good lunch prepped, I like really struggle to put together a healthy meal, and I don't really have the time to do it. So I want to keep up with prepping for lunches this month. Wellness, I don't have a ton, just try an intermediate or advanced hot yoga class, try another new workout class, and then I want to order pickleball rackets because I really want to learn how to play pickleball this year, because we have a tennis court super close to us, which I'm assuming you can play pickleball on a tennis court. But yeah, I don't really feel like I'm in a phase of my life where I need to set health and wellness goals, to be quite honest. I'm a fairly active person. I walk like 12 to 15,000 steps a day. People ask me all the time how. It's just because we have Stella. She's a high energy dog, and we go for lots of walks into the dog park, and especially when spring comes, I know that I'll be outside even more. So I feel like I'm in a really good place right now with my health and wellness, that I don't really feel the need to set goals, and that's totally okay. Business, I wrote sign another 5-figure brand deal, maybe. Get invited to a local influencer event. I definitely think it's hard because I'm not really in the Ottawa community much when it comes to like local events, so I'd love to maybe get on some PR lists and get to go to some more local events. And then I honestly was just kind of brainstorming and wrote down a bunch of video ideas I want to do this month, and by putting them in my reset, I'm holding myself accountable. So I want to film a spring morning routine, film a reading vlog. Like, I don't know, I've just really been in this cozy frame of mind lately where I just want to film reading vlogs, and maybe a week of reading, or like a work week vlog, and show you guys how I fit in reading, something like that. I want to film another like rainy bookstore vlog, a solo date day, and then a cozy home vlog. Finances, once again, it's kind of like health and wellness. I'm happy with where I am right now. I have things on like autopilot. Like even me setting these goals right now aren't really goals, because I just do these things on autopilot every month. 500 in TFSA, 500 in my RSP, and then send in my taxes. Okay, and then the home section, I have IKEA run for real. Then I want to work on our game room, which is also our spare bedroom, and I really want to commit to doing that like all thrifted or Facebook Marketplace. My office is a bit different because obviously in order to write these things off, because I work from my office, like my business is in my office, you have to buy things new because you have to have receipts, which is why my office, most of the pieces I got are new. But I think for the game room, which is going to be our spare bedroom slash library slash like just cozy chill space, I really want to try and thrift a lot. We already have a couch and whatnot, but I really want to try and thrift and get some stuff secondhand and just make that a cozy space. So I want to work on that this month. And then we decided we're going to do a PAX in our entryway. We're just waiting for it to come back in stock. So if that comes back into stock this month, we will do that project. But once again, it's kind of one of those things that's a little bit out of our control because we're just kind of waiting for it to come back in stock at IKEA. So those are the April goals. I'm curious, let me know down below what's something you accomplished in March and what is one of your April goals. I would love to know. And actually, why don't I just get my laptop and we can go through the budget in here? We can just wrap it up. Let's do that. Have the laptop. Let's talk about how March went. I'm honestly really proud of myself. I've talked about this a lot in the last few months, how I've moved to more of like a conscious spending mindset. I'm not restricting myself by putting set amounts on categories because every month is just so different, right? Some months you spend more on groceries, you host. April, for example, we're gonna spend more money on groceries because we're hosting Easter, and some months you travel and some months you need clothes, and yada yada yada, and it's worked really, really well for me. This was one of my best months ever, and I don't mean best like it was the least amount I spent, because I don't always think that like the least amount that you spend is the best month, but just the month where I was the most conscious with my spending, and I'm just really happy with the purchases that I made. So yeah, but as a reminder, my monthly budgets or my monthly spending 22nd to the 21st of the month, because that's like my pay cycle with YouTube. So that's why you guys are getting this, and it's kind of a little bit early. I got a few questions on my last video. If you guys want a full deep dive on my money, credit card, savings, investments, yada yada yada, I'll put the link to the video. Well, I'll put the video here and the link down below. It just kind of does a deep dive into how I manage my money. Here is my March monthly money flow. Total breakdown: 34% investments, heck yes. 32% expenses, 33.4% bills. Alrighty, so let's jump. Can I talk today? Let's jump into the income. If you guys are new here, I work a part-time corporate job, so I just work fluctuating hours, and that's why some of my pays are higher and some of my pays are lower. And I paid myself $3,000 from the business this month, and then I did get miscellaneous income because I sold a camera lens. Expenses: groceries, I was under budget and I am so happy about it. But I think that's just because Matt took on a lot of the groceries this month because he did most of the grocery runs. But I did make it under that $250, and I'm really proud of myself. But I do think I need to update this. So 1 second. What's 185 plus 75? Because I forgot to add my... Oh, man. Okay, never mind. I spoke too soon. I spent $260, but that's so close, and it's so much better than I normally do. But that's just... We spent $70 the other day at the grocery store, so I had to add that in. Meal delivery, we only paid $39 this month. We had some credits from people that have used my code, so... We only had to pay for 1 box, which is amazing. Eating out was higher than usual. We just ate out a few more times than we normally do. We stick to usually once a week, but it is what it is. Once again, this number is higher than what we normally spend, but I'm not upset about it. Coffee shops, $40. Gas, I did fill up. I usually fill up like once every 4 to 6 weeks. Self-care wellness, $117. We'll go into the expenses, like a deep dive after. Clothing, treating myself, treating Stella. Like I'm honestly happy with all of these. I did have to pay a big vet bill this month for Salem, who's my horse. He had his like Coggins and his yearly shots, and he had to get a tooth pulled. And yeah, so without that, honestly, pretty good month, but is what it is. All my bills were the same. I just got an exciting letter in the mail to say that my car insurance is finally going down to $220 a month, and I'm so happy about it. I had a car accident and a speeding ticket a few years ago, and so it's taken forever to come off my like profile, and I just got the letter in the mail that it's going down to $220, which is still a lot considering Matt just got his and they offered him $80 a month, but it's fine. We're getting there. Currently, I'm not saving for anything like short-term wise. Rainy day savings is my emergency fund. That's fully funded for now. 2023 goals, we're gonna work on that after. I'm prioritizing maxing out my TFSA for the first half of the year. Property taxes, we don't have any, but I should start putting money aside actually for next year. I'll think of that. And then tuition, I'm not taking a summer school class, so no short-term savings right now happening. Really focusing on the investments so that the first 6 months of the year, investment heavy, last 6 months of the year, savings heavy. I invested a lot more than I thought this month. That's just because I had some extra income, like I said. So I ended up investing $1,300 into my TFSA and then $500 into my RSP, which makes me super happy. Car loan, home loan, nothing extra went on there. You guys know the drill. We have very low interest rates, so we're prioritizing investing right now. Transactions, like when I go through all these, none of these honestly upset me or don't bring me joy. I feel like I was really good this month with that. Yeah, you know, honestly, all this I'm totally fine with. So I just grabbed my sparkling water. I wish it was a glass of wine, but that's later. Can you guys see Stella's little tail right there? Stella Rooney. Can you guys? Stella Rooney. All right, let's end this off with my current favorites. I love doing this. This is so fun. Let me know your current favorites down below. Let's start with favorite movie and TV shows. House of the Dragon, we finally finished it. It got good towards the end, I'd say the last 2 episodes, but nowhere near as good as Game of Thrones. Like, nowhere near the same universe. But will I watch season 2? Sure. but it just didn't draw me in the same, you know? I did watch Sex Life season 2. I feel like it's getting a lot of hate. I really liked it, but to me that's like a show you put on in the background while you're working kind of situation, so I liked it. I don't know if there's gonna be a 3rd season. Also, I had no idea they were dating in real life. Did you know that? I didn't know that. It's like a real life situation where they both left their their husbands and wives to be with each other. That's kind of wild. Yeah. Right, favorite book was a tie between All the Dangerous Things or Jar of Hearts. All the Dangerous Things is the new thriller by Stacey Willingham, which I loved. A Flicker in the Dark. It's such a good thriller, and I really loved this book. It's about a kid that's taken out of his crib in the middle of the night, and the mom, it's like a year later, and the mom is trying to figure it out. She's like reeling in these true crime podcast people to help her, and I thought it was really, really good. I think I gave it 4 stars. And then I finally read Jar of Hearts by Jennifer Hillier, and I gave that 4 stars as well. This is not my usual kind of thriller. I don't know how to explain Jar of Hearts very well, but it's basically about a girl who was murdered in high school, and her best friend slash serial killer boyfriend at the time go to jail for the crime. And then it's like 14 years later and she's out of jail, and they're trying to figure out who really did it and like what happened. So that was really, really good. Favorite products this month, for sure my Rare Beauty products. I'm obsessed with them. I love them so much. I also really like the Good Molecules sunscreen that I'm using, and I can't really think of anything else. Yeah, that's like all I can think of off the top of my head. Favorite memory, on Friday, Matt and I ordered pizza and we played Mario Kart all night with wine, and it was honestly such a low-key nice night. It was amazing. It was my ideal date night. Okay, and then because I didn't really have any favorite products this month, I thought I would share some of my favorite creators with you guys. I thought that could be kind of fun. So the first one is Cozy K, which is so funny. I came across her channel recently because someone commented that she shouted me out on her channel. Love Kennedy's videos. She films all these like cozy gaming videos and cozy hobby vlogs, and I just hope that my channel like gives off those same cozy vibes as hers does. Is Sophie Jane, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know about, but I found her through Rachel Catherine, and look, I am just obsessed with all of these Australian girly pops who film Week in the Lives. Okay, Georgia Richards, Rachel Catherine, Sophie Jane, like I love them all, and I really love her style. She just feels very cozy to me and relaxing, like hanging out with a friend. I love it. I'm really into Janae Daily, which her name is Janae, and her early 30s diary series, and I just like love her videos. I love, it feels like a journal. You're just like going along with her on her week. There's a story. I just love it so much. I'm really in my long vlog Week of My Life era. I'm obsessed with Hamawa Rodia. I hope I said that right. I love her videos. I also love McKenna Walker's Week of My Lives. Homegirl makes like 2-hour-long Week of My Lives, and it really just makes my life so happy. I also recently just found Moya Mawini, and I really love her videos. They just have like a very calming homebody vibe to them. Annika Stevie, or is it Annika Stevie? I never know, because one of my good friends goes by Annika, but I never know if it's Annika or Annika. But anyways, you guys will see her channel on the screen. I love her. I found her like 6 months ago through a workday vlog, and I just, once again, obsessed with her vibe. She's very relaxing, calming, cozy. I just want to be your best friend, honestly. And then the last one is All Chloe Rose. I recently found her as well, and she films a ton of weekly vlogs, and she's a London-based fashion creator mainly, but she films a lot of like home IKEA videos, vlogs, Zara hauls, all that kind of stuff, and I'm really obsessed with her. So I figured it'd be really fun to share my current favorite creators, since I didn't share a lot of favorite products. And let me know whose channel you're enjoying lately, because I always love finding new creators. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this April reset and you're resetting along with me for the month. I can't wait to see what April has in store for all of us. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!